Welcome to 10 Types of Players in Fortnite. Hey everyone, it's Andrew. I'm joined today by Marcus from Silky.
Hey guys, thanks for having me, Andrew.
And we've put together a list of some of the best, the most powerful, the most ridiculous, and the most daring types of players in Fortnite. So, let's get into this. Here are 10 types of players in Fortnite. The Tilted Towers Toy Boy. There are only 3 types of players who land at Tilted Towers. Noobs, who don't really know where they're going and get killed in the first 20 seconds. Strivers, who are decent at the game and are trying to break into the Tilted Tower scene and get killed in the first 20 seconds. And pros, who know how to play, know where to land, and know how to survive. This player goes to Tilted Towers every single match. They love Tilted Towers because they have the confidence they can go on at least a 5-player kill streak in the first few crucial minutes. My advice, unless you really know your Fortnite, and I mean really know, don't go to Tilted Towers. Snobby Shores offers similar accommodation at similar prices, and even has coastal views. Book now and avoid the terror of the Tilted Towers.
The Tower Builder. Tell me if you've ever seen this. You're getting into the later stages of the match. The storm cloud looms closer with every passing second. There's nowhere left to go. Suddenly, you see everyone around you start building towards the sky. The funny thing is, building a staircase to heaven isn't generally that useful. Sure, some people might craft themselves a decent vantage point, but most of the time these towers will just lead to the silliest deaths imaginable. Often players building frantically high don't really have a good game plan other than get the hell up there, or at least don't let anyone in. Savvy players will shoot out the bottom of these tall buildings, causing the builder to fall to his death. Compared to the rest of the match, which is often tense and terrifying, these poor endgame strategies make the whole thing hilarious. Did you really survive up until this point just to die in the most embarrassing way possible? Also, how high do you need to freaking go? Bless you, Fortnite tower builders. You might not win, but at least you make us laugh.
The Sniper. I'm sure we've all felt the frustration of being at the mercy of that player sitting hundreds of meters away on top of a hill with a high-powered scoped rifle in their grip. You remember all those times you didn't even know there was another player anywhere near you? The Sniper is happy to sit on a mountain and pick off enemies from astounding ranges. They spot you in their scopes, line you up in their crosshairs, and then bang! All your loot goes poof and starts floating around your dead player's body, like Tweety birds. Snipers are highly skilled, however can easily fall victim to the power of the storm, as they are often too busy looking down the scope of their rifle to pay any attention to the minimap. That is, if they're not smart enough to always keep one eye on the minimap, another eye on their screen, and another one aiming down their scopes. And yes, that's 3 eyes. Kind of like TN, I guess, but then I never was all like good at maths.
The Impulse Grenade Spammer. We all know that guy who just can't help but annoy his friends with impulse grenades. Friends, more like acquaintances. Let's be honest, we've all been guilty of this at least once, but the impulse grenade spammers take this gig to a whole new level. They use impulse grenades for everything. Annoying teammates, transporting themselves, repelling enemies, and sometimes even killing players. You can, however, use this to your advantage. To these players, the impulse grenade is an item of extremely high value, and they'll trade almost anything to get their hands on it. The other day, I traded a legendary scar for 5 impulse grenades. Yes, I may have been impulsed to my death like 3 minutes later, but let me have my moment, bro. Let me have my moment. Let me have my moment.
The Medic. This bloke is a bloody legend, mate. He makes it his mission to make sure his squad mates are on full health and shield at all times, or as close to it as possible. When looting, he will happily take a med kit over a deadly SCAR rifle. He will always have spare bandages, spare slurp juice or 2, and maybe some blue milk or Bacta. Although not the greatest weapon handler, his combat medic-like antics often help his squad to victory. He keeps his team alive, and is always happy to res a down squad mate screaming on the chat microphone for help. He is a squad support, a team's best friend after a fearsome firefight, one of the most highly respected on the Fortnite front line, and all you have to do is shout his name. Medic!
The Double Pumper. A few months ago, Epic removed the double pump glitch and the community celebrated. Well, most of the community. I've heard the double pumpers called for 1 week of mourning, but that's another story. When the dust settled, we all put the double pump behind us and focused on other things, like what a disappointment the minigun was. Unbeknown to us, one day the double pump would return with an even more overpowered shotgun. The only consolation is that these heavy shotguns are a lot less common than their standard pump.
The PUBG guy. Alright, we've all heard it before. We know you think you're a pro at PUBG. It's a much more realistic game. It's much harder to get good at. You have to be better, smarter, faster to play PUBG. PUBG really sounds like an amazing game. Really, guys. But what I don't understand is if PUBG is so great and you're so good at it, then why the hell are you here in a Fortnite lobby complaining about how much better PUBG is? Just go play PUBG! Seriously. It's not like Fortnite players go to PUBG and talk about how great Fortnite is. But seriously, when you look at it, look how wonderful and colourful this world is compared to this drab field. Wouldn't you rather spend your days in a happy, joyful wonderland killing enemies than in a drab, dark, shadowy, rainy wasteland killing enemies? I mean, there's no Tomato Town in PUBG, is there? No, damn straight there's not.
The heavy breather. This player is notorious for making your Fortnite experience feel like a Star Wars movie. With a respiration system that could rival that of Darth Vader's, these players completely ruin your relaxing afternoon. I think I speak for all players when I say, heavy breathers, please return those potatoes you were using for your mics, purchase a new half-decent recording device, and then for the love of God get a good pop filter. Just do it and then you might actually get friends.
The finisher. This player will do everything in his power to send his downed opponents back to the lobby, even if this involves sacrificing his own life. His favorite catchphrase goes a little something like, "Finish him!" Downing an enemy is never enough for this guy. He needs the kill. He longs for that red eliminated notification to pop up on screen. Only then will he hear the ever so sweet sound, fatality. The finisher is ruthless. He will do whatever he needs to hunt down and destroy that enemy player now crawling for cover on their hands and knees. Even if it means putting his own squad mates in danger to snag the kill, the finisher won't stop until he gets his prey. Or he dies in the process. Either way, there's death involved.
The rage monster. Let's be frank, there's a little rage monster inside of everybody. He's like that character in Inside Out. You know, the guy whose head like catches on fire when he gets mad? I love that guy. Anyway, it's okay to get a bit mad sometimes. You're only human and you just need to accept it. The problem occurs when people make a habit of screaming, breaking things, and swearing at squad mates when things don't go their way. The rage monster fits this description pretty perfectly. This overly aggressive guy is the kind of player who makes you double check that you don't have any personal information on your gaming profile.
And bam! There's your 10 players. If you enjoyed this video, we made another one. Hooray! It's just like this one and has another 10 types of Fortnite players. You can go check that out on Marcus's channel. We hope you enjoyed this, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. It was fun.
Bye everyone, thanks for watching.
And thanks to our sponsor, Slurp Juice, for sponsoring this video. Keep on slurping.
Stay bombastic.